Hey, this is Mike and Jeremy again, and we're here to talk about interest rates and loan programs and concessions that lenders pay or sellers could pay. But before we get into that, I've got another dad joke for you. I was blaming my dryer for shrinking all my clothes.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, I found out it was the refrigerator's fault all along.
Even one step further. I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, Jeremy, today we were talking earlier about some cool loan programs that you have for first time home buyers.
Yeah.
And so, do you want to talk about that or some concessions or what's going on? Because I know right now, okay, everybody knows that interest rates are just kind of flat, staying there for the foreseeable future, the next, what, 3 months or
Yeah, there's
so?
a promise of better rates on the horizon, but
Yeah.
it just seems to be kicked down the road.
They're kicking it down the road. So
Yeah.
we're hoping that they're going to drop. But since
June,
they're
maybe. Yeah.
here
Yeah.
and we know and we can plan around those things and people can plan around those things, there's still a lot of homes being sold right now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
homes coming on the market, first time home buyers. And so lenders are coming up with ways to help, especially first time home buyers. The state has generated a program where they offer $20,000,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To help first-time home buyers. That has to be a new home product, but the builders are still building in a lot of different
Yeah.
places. And so, tell me about some
So
of the programs that you
so that 20,000 has to be repaid when you
repay
sell the home.
when you sell the home.
Utah County's got a great one. Love it to pieces. It's really hard to qualify for though. They'll give you $40,000. But also same type of deal. It has to be repaid when the home is sold.
Okay.
But that'll give you $40,000 for down payment closing costs. That just you sell the house 20 years later. The house is worth $2 million, right? You sell back to 40,000 back.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Nice.
Um,
And so, what are the qualifications? Why is that harder to qualify for?
so it's federal money
Okay.
that then is administered by here locally in the county.
Okay.
So it gets a little where our values are up,
Mm-hmm.
but income isn't as up as much,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But we do have a lot of kids here.
Yeah, we do.
So if you've got 3 or 4 kids, you have a family of 6. I think you can make like $80,000 a year. That works just great. Challenge is a lot of the first-time home buyers are a family of 2, and a family of 2 can only make like $45,000, and you can't qualify for a house at $45,000.
Yeah,
So
it's
that
true.
is where if you've got some, if we've got some people that have been renting for
Mm-hmm.
a while, or just out of grad school and had a gaggle of kids, while they're in school.
Yep.
This is a great program for them.
And that happens, and we run across buyers like that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking for that next home, and they need to move up
Yeah.
because they need that bigger space
Yeah.
because they've added a couple of people to their family.
I'll tell you one
So,
other program that's just fantastic that doesn't have any income requirements, so anyone can qualify for it, provided you make enough money to make the payment.
okay.
Is it'll give you the money for the down payment, and then that down payment's forgiven at closing, so you instantly have 3.5% equity.
That sounds like a really nice one. And so, is that? I mean, you've been doing a lot of those
Yeah, I've
type of
done a few.
loans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just in Utah County, or is that
That's anywhere.
statewide?
That's all
anywhere.
over. Yeah,
That's
that's
anywhere.
all over the state.
Okay, so and that
I've
doesn't
never
have
seen
to
you
be.
speechless before.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be new construction.
No, that could be. It
That
can
can
be
be
any
any
house.
home.
Yeah.
That could
House,
be
condo, just
any
has to.
home.
Can't be a trailer, right? It's got to come with.
Yeah.
Got to come with some dirt.
Okay. That sounds like a really good program.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so that's a really good one. And so, concessions.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some concessions that we can help buyers with?
So I think we were doing the math right for some clients a week or so ago, and discovered that if the seller would be willing to give anything at all, the biggest bang for the buck really is to do like a 2-1 buy down and
Right.
buy down the rate immediately. So instead of starting at 6.5, you start at 4.5%. The great thing about that is if rates do get better eventually, right? Within that first 2 years, that money that was in the buy down account that was used to buy down the rate, that money gets refunded against the loan, so their balance drops, so they owe less money. Whereas if you did a permanent buy down, I mean, so let's say rates are 6.5% today. To buy the rate down to 4.5% the first year and 5.5% the second year, that's about the same cost as it would be just to go from 6.5
Mhm.
down to 6% permanently.
Right.
But you get a bigger bang for your buck.
Okay.
And then if buying down that rate permanently, if you sell the home or refinance within, I mean, ever, you never getting that money back
That's
on the permanent buy down, but you do on the 2-1 buy down,
okay.
the temporary buy down.
I think prices here in Utah they're kind of flat lining a little bit right now, but the selling season's coming up. There's more homes coming on the market. People with the winter leaving and the spring coming are feeling better, and they're getting out. And so that's going to put upward pressure on prices a little bit. And so if you're thinking about doing anything, please don't wait. Let's get in and get you to talk to Jeremy, and we can find you something that'll fit your needs, fit your family's needs. So, anything else you want to add?
One of these days, though, I'm going to come up with a dad joke.
Yeah, you should. You should. Anyway. Okay, well, this has been Mike and Jeremy, and we will talk to you later. Thanks.